Hey guys, I'm here with a review of Carrot Nectarine from Bath & Body Works White Barn. This is from the new low profile collection that came out just within the last week or two. They had it out right around the last week of semi-annual sale that ended this past Sunday. So I'll read you the scent notes for Carrot Nectarine. Made with carrot seed and sweet orange essential oils. So this one says on the bottom there, Carrot Nectarine made with essential oils, scented candle, White Barn. And then the lid over there you can see is the black lid. It's painted black and it has a White Barn logo on the top there. And then the jar itself is kind of a painted white jar. You can't really tell that it's white now because the candle's burned down so much that it's glowing and it doesn't really come off as, I mean, it looks kind of white, but it's even more white when it's not burning. You can really see it's almost kind of a off-white kind of now color when it's burning. But it looks just like a painted white when it's not burning. So a lot of people have been kind of not too thrilled with these candles. I myself included was kind of skeptical with these because they are, as you can see, flatter. They're shorter, flatter, and they're wider. But they're the same exact ounces as the regular Bath & Body Works candles. They're both 14.5 ounce. So it's exactly the same amount of wax in there. It's just a different shape. It's like they took the regular candle and like smashed it down and it was shorter and more spread out. It's just the same amount of wax, just a different shape. And the burn time is slightly different as well. The burn time on this candle is 25 to 35 hours, and the burn time on the regular Bath & Body Works White Barn candles is 25 to 45 hours. So it's just, it could be slightly faster burning. I'm assuming it burns fairly fast. I will say though, I've gone through this candle probably in about 3 days now. This is probably my, let's see, 4th or 5th burn. I've been burning it quite a bit though, so that's probably why I've gone up through it so fast, but it does seem like it burns fairly fast, but it's burned really good. So the scent on this one, as it says in the scent notes, carrot seed and sweet orange essential oils. First off, I don't pick up any sweet orange at all. I'm not picking up any orange. What I got on Cold Sniff was kind of a slightly perfumey type of note, and then also the more I smelled it, it's like a perfumey, slightly floral type of note with it as well. That's what I really picked up on Cold Sniff. It was a very sweet, perfumey, and slight bit of floral. And then on Cold Sniff in my haul, I didn't really pick up any kind of nectarine really at all. But when you burn it, that kind of changes a little bit. When it burns, it still is somewhat perfumey and with a little bit of like a floralness to it. But that nectarine it does kind of come out a little bit more. I believe that is probably what the sweetness is kind of coming from, is that nectarine type of sweetness with that perfumey floral type of scent in there. And then also that carrot does come out a little bit when burning. You do get like a little bit of an earthy, slightly herbaceous kind of a carrot seed type of scent. And carrot seed is a scent. They do have carrot seed like essential oils, and this does have kind of a little bit of that carrot, like I said, earthy. It's not real earthy, but you just get a slight hint of that earthy, slightly herbaceous type of carrot seed type of note mixed in with that sweet nectarine. But then it also, like I said, has a little bit of perfumey floralness with it too, but it's really, really nice. It really is a really nice blend that I don't think I've ever smelled anything quite like this, because of that little bit of carrot seed herbaceous earthiness in there with that sweetness, and then the floral perfuminess that I'm coming off. It's blended really nicely. It's just such a nice scent. I'm really enjoying the scent on this one. So the burn on these has been, I will show you the burn right now. The burn has been flawless on this. It's been amazing. As you can see, the flames are still doing really good. Perfect flames. Not puny at all. And it's like you can see, it's right to about down here. So it probably has, I say, a few more burns left in it after I blow it out tonight. I probably have 2 to 3 more burns on it, just depending on how long I burn it each time. But the burn has been incredible. It did take a little while to pull out though. That is the only drawback on this candle. I know a lot of people, that is the main reason a lot of people were skeptical about these candles, is because they were afraid it's going to take a long time to pull out, because they are wider. So it takes longer for the wax pool to completely pull out around the side edges. Especially over here on this, the front part of mine pulled out the fastest. And then this side second pulled out, and then the back side, right on this back side here, that was the last part to pull out. It took the longest for that back part to pull out for some reason. But like I said, they are wider, so because this is a wider candle, it's going to take longer for that heat to get all the way to the edge of the candle to melt it down. I would say the very first time I burned it, it took roughly about 3.5 to 4 hours to completely pull out around the sides. And I actually recorded some footage of when I first lit it to kind of do a timeline of how long it took to pull out, and I will show you that footage right now. Alright guys, so I'm getting ready to light my Carrot Nectarine candle here. We will light it and see how long it takes to pull out. It's the new low profile 3-wick candles. It is now 5:06 p.m. when I'm lighting it. And I will check back periodically to see how it is pulling out. Okay, so it is now 5:36. It's 30 minutes later, and it's not completely pulled out yet. That's how far it is now. It's kind of got a little, looks kind of like a little fidget spinner design there, but it hasn't pulled out. Around here, just a little, like a little circle around each little wick. So at the 30 minute mark, that's where we're at now. Alright, so it is 6:06 and we are at the hour mark. And it's getting there. Still not completely to the sides on the 3 edges. Still has a little bit more left to go on this side, and over here on this side, and over here on this side. So I'll check in again in 30 more minutes. Alright, so it's 6:36, 30 minutes later, and we're getting there. It is almost pulled out to the side, so we're going on an hour and a half now, and it's not completely pulled out. But I am smelling it though, so that's a good thing. So I will check back in 30 more minutes. Okay, so we are at 7:06. We're at the 2-hour mark. And still not completely pulled out. It's almost pulled out, but it still has just a little bit over here. All along the 3 sides over there, it's just got a little bit left. And then actually it's almost pulled out on that side. On the front side, it's almost all the way done. It just has a little bit left over in that corner, and a little bit left over in that corner. And then, I don't know if you can see down here, it's hard to tell through the frosted glass. You can't really see the pool. Well, you can kind of see it. You can kind of see how it's pulled down there, but then of course it's up a little bit there, or hasn't pulled out, and then all the way around here it's got a pool. So it's just struggling just a little bit to completely pull out over here and over here at the 2-hour mark. So once again, I will check back in another 30 minutes. But it is smelling, and it smells really good. Alright, so it is 7:36. We're at the 2.5-hour mark now. It's just about there. Still not completely though. It's just got a little bit left in the back. Just a little bit left right here. And then it's just a tad bit over here on this side. But it's almost completely pulled out over here. It's completely pulled out on the front side. Just got just a hair right here, and then just a little bit of a chunk right back here on the back. So it's looking like this might take a little over 3 hours to completely pull out. So I will check in 30 more minutes. Okay, we're at 8:06 with the 3-hour mark exactly. Still not 100% pulled out. It is struggling really bad on this back side right here. Well, I mean, not real bad, but it's just taking over 3 hours for it to completely. It will not completely melt around that edge there. This left side over here, it's almost there. I would say probably in another 30 minutes that should be completely pulled out. I don't know, this one over here, this back side might take another hour or so to completely be pulled out. But I mean, you can still smell it, so I mean, that's good. At least you can smell it. So, you know, that's a good thing. So we will check in another 30 minutes and see if it's completely pulled out by then. Okay, so it's 9:06 and ta-da, it's completely pulled out. I forgot to come in here and look at 8:36 though, so I went an hour this time before checking it, so it could have pulled out around 8:30-ish. So basically it took about 3.5 to 4 hours to pull out completely. So at 8 o'clock, the 3-hour mark, it wasn't completely pulled out, but at 9 o'clock it was completely pulled out. So I'm thinking anywhere between 3.5 to 4 hours is probably how long it took to completely pull out. So yes, it's completely pulled out by the 4-hour mark. So as you can see, it did take about almost 3.5 to 4 hours to completely pull out around the sides. So that is quite a while compared to their regular candles. Probably take about anywhere between 1 to 2 hours to pull out on average. Some can even pull out around 45 minutes, but some of them, I actually had my pineapple crumb cake burning at the same time in a separate room, and it pulled out probably within an hour and a half to 2 hours. And then this one, like I said, took about 3.5 to 4 hours. So it is longer to pull out, but you do smell the scent before it is completely pulled out. I had it burning, and within 20 to 30 minutes I could smell it, even though it hadn't completely pulled out. And each burn after that, actually after that, when I burned it like the next day, within like 10 minutes I could start smelling it. Even though it wasn't completely pulled out, I could still get a throw from it. So that wasn't an issue with the throw. The only drawback about it not pulling out all the way is that some people don't like to blow it out before it's completely pulled out, because then the next time you go to burn it, you can tunnel. And that does happen sometimes. So if the first time, you probably do want to have the whole 4 hours, 3.5 to 4 hours to dedicate for it to pull out completely all the way. And then after that, you just kind of have to play with it. My next candle, I have another candle. I have the coconut almond, and I want to try to, on that one, blow it out before it's completely pulled out, and then try to relight it the next day and see if it has any burn issues, if it tunnels really bad. Or I have had some candles where I've blown them out before they completely pull out, and then they burn fine the next day. I burn it the next day and it completely melts down fine. It doesn't tunnel or anything. So that doesn't always happen when you blow it out before it completely pulls out. I know that's a lot of people say that happens, and it does happen sometimes, but I have had a few candles that don't necessarily tunnel when I blow them out before it completely pulls out. So that's a big thing with these candles. A lot of people really like the regular Bath & Body Works candles, myself included, because they pull out fast. Like say you get up in the morning and you have like an hour or two before you have to go to work, and you can light your Bath & Body Works candle, or you come home from work in the evening, have a couple of hours, you can light it, get a quick wax spool, full wax spool, and then you can blow it out within, 2 hours or so, and you have no problems. And you get that quick, fast wax spool when you just want to burn a candle real quick for like a couple of hours. So people were afraid that if with this one, it was going to take longer and they wouldn't be able to burn it like in a quick little couple of hour time frame. You would have to devote more hours to burn this candle, say like a Yankee candle. I will say this one probably still pulled out faster than like a Yankee candle 1 wick. And you could smell this way stronger than you can most Yankee candle 1 wicks. So there's that. I had no problems with the scent throw at all with this one. The scent throw on average was probably about an 8 out of 10. It was really good in the bedroom. It did really well in there. And then I moved it into the living room kitchen area. And in here it's been at least about the same. 8 out of 10 is what I would give it. It's been really good. The throw has been really well. Travels down the hallway. Really happy with the throw on this candle. Also, the only thing too is it hasn't got any puny wicks in arms, but you do have to watch the wicks because the further it burns down, the higher the flame gets, and smoke can start shooting out just a little bit if you don't trim the wicks. So just trim the wicks. If the flames start getting too high, just blow it out. Trim the wicks a little bit and then relight it. I did that a couple of times tonight because I had it burning for quite a few hours here tonight. So I would just blow the flames out, trim it a little bit, relight it, and then they would calm down, and they've been just fine. Perfect. So just keep an eye on that and trim the wicks every so often if the flames start getting too high. But I'd much rather have that problem than having to cotton ball it to get the flames to go back up. I have not had any problems with this burn. It's been so good. So I'm really curious to see if my coconut avocado. Did I say coconut almond before? It's coconut avocado. I'm curious to see if that one burns just as well as this one does. But so far this one has been perfect burn, no puny wicks at all. And I've really enjoyed this scent. And I actually do kind of like the look of these candles. They're different. I really hope they just keep them as kind of a supplement to the other candles. I really don't think they're going to replace all the candles with this size. I don't really think they're going to do that. I could be wrong, but I really don't think so. I think they're just going to keep these as kind of like an extra little type of candle if anybody wants a different size, and maybe these will burn better because this one's burned really good, and if so, then I might end up actually buying more of these because the burn has been so good on this one. I've been really happy with this candle, so I highly recommend trying this. I think you'll be happy as long as you don't mind the long time it takes to pull out. I think it's worth it because it's just been really good, and I've been really happy with this candle. So thanks for watching my review of Carrot Nectarine, and I will talk to you all in my next video. Bye.